Infamous have more ceiling. That's where you have to look at this. Like, T1 have gone for a draft that's looking to peak probably around the 30-minute mark. So at that point, they should have deleted all the outer towers and have an opportunity to go in the high ground. We'll stun to open up. Nice hook back. And of course, if you're a Mirana after level leap, what are you? So we'll just accept his first blood, go in the way of Anna. Nice start to this game for T1.
Yeah, in fact, you see right here, that's not going to be a kill, but it got damn close. But yeah, Leo Style going to bottle up another water rune and head back to the middle lane. Thompson is going to be able to get a zone as no one's rotating over. Oh, to stop that bottom lane. That's a kill. That's a kill on Medusa, a big one.
They baited themselves in as well. Like, they thought they could get the Undying, the mistake that we always make, and Cuckoo will even get to deny himself afterwards after getting a double kill. Top lane, a lot of action happening up there as well, though, as Anna does get taken down. And all of a sudden, Infamous not looking as shaky as they maybe did at the beginning in this top lane.
And I mentioned the Tombstone presence, maybe not going to be the most powerful throughout this game, but hey, in the laning phase, it's still going to be very strong. And obviously a big factor as to why they're able to get those 2 kills initially at the bottom. Oh, Thompson nearly going down the middle, but will live, has TP support, and now they're going for the turn. Pango's dead. Beautiful turnaround from T1. He had to avoid the arrow. That was both. Not being there. Presence being shown in that mid lane, but we're on a backup top. They're pinging out on as if they want.
That's a frustration in the mid lane as well. Bot lane, in the meantime, though, bigger frustrations coming. Parker barely able to dodge death here, but it's wrapping around on him. One more tap would end him. They'll finish off the Witch Doctor first, probably. Zephyr.
3.
Oh, it just doesn't matter, man. It's the Tombstone zombies that are doing the damage. Cuckoo will be able to get the follow-up, and this lane is getting mighty spooky for Infamous.
Cuckoo, he is so tanky here and getting some more decay stacks up to 12. Michael, it's 2 deaths currently on Parker here on this Medusa, but he, you know, she's already starting to have a bit of a struggle. 2,600 net worth down there about 5th place. It's so early on, but Mirana. Oh, God. Well, I guess that's what happens when Thompson just rotates over.
I mean, the rotation's the key detail here, not just from the mid, but from the supports before this. Like, it feels like Infamous are slow in comparison to what T1 are doing, which is why this is starting to just turn into a dumpstering. Medusa out of mana and out of life. Double kill for Whitemon, and Leo Style has TP'd down here basically for nothing. It's going to be very difficult for them to mount a defense because of how long TPing heroes in will take now.
And he is back in the mid lane, though, with that support nearby, putting some pressure on this mid tower, but a bit of a clash once again, potential.
Ring control off the mark this time around, so Thompson will be hit up by the Maledicte, does need to retreat away. Michael can keep poking, but instead he turns around to assist. Zephyr doesn't care, though. He's already got his kill into Affliction. The irony of the ban with Maledicte being the one afflicted in the end. Oh, Zephyr will die, but the amount of tension he drew, got to be happy with the result.
Yeah, there's certainly no disappointment right there by creating himself. But Anna, hook, yes, it is going to land. Michael attempting the dodge. Anna being very careful with where to hit it. Sure enough, lands it and gets the kill. So that pledge doing work. Look at Thompson. He's going to go into the jungle, try to steal the rest of these creeps, and he does for the most part.
Punishment coming, though. Leo Style in position to stun Thompson up. The slows come out, and he cannot get about. Is going to fall down. Zephyr charges in, though. Parker brought low. Stun interruption. CM not able to assist with the ultimate anymore. Primal coming out, but the Primal Beast will be able to walk away successfully. Key detail, though, is the Medusa stays alive.
Yeah, that's important now. Again, she lost a bit of that farm, but hey, they killed the Leshrac, so an eye for an eye, I suppose. But Anna trying to find a kill. He gets one onto the Witch Doctor. He takes out the creep as well, pretty much knowing that he's dead at this point, and just runs at the Medusa for a couple of auto attacks before his certain death. So, Infamous, as you'd expect with the Beastmaster army, is up here, and T1 not really interested in defending it. Instead, they're interested in fighting mid. Oh yeah, Leo Style setting up.
Zephyr's going in. Got the pulverize ready. No chance of the Royal Thunder to come out. They commit everything to get rid of Leo Style because they know if he's dead, Infamous can't fight.
And what they can do. So T1, do feel like they need to be a little careful, but they're not going to be careful. They're just going to charge them.
Yeah, they're smoked up. You mentioned ganking. T1 says, yes, we'd like to do that. However, it's going to turn around on Thompson. Whoopsie daisy. Roots will not stop the Death Wall coming out. Might be saved by the Bloodstone, but it's going to be a little bit tight on the exit. Just about staying alive. No, the final tick! His health was at 1.
Yeah.
I know that if I get in a little bit too deep, I'm either saving myself or I'm not being saved at all.
I mean, this Leshrac doesn't have the IO partner to that point, right?
No,
and I understand the idea of having an Undying. Yeah, sure, he can provide that soul red deal, but it's certainly not the same capability, even if it was level 4. But Undying apparently walks into a Jets trap right there. The Bloodstone going to be activated once again. You see this the scream coming out in the background from Parker, but it has worn off, and now with the Stone Gaze worn off, he's in trouble. Medusa's just dead. The Dismember on top. The new Blink picked up by Ana, able to get the positioning as a result. And that's a 3-for-1 easy fight for T1 in the end. So this is pretty obvious for Infamous. I feel like that something is going on, and probably a Roshan. And yeah, to the point though, just like Pulverize, a very short cooldown. So very worthwhile to use it on a Black Dragon. And sure enough, the Black Dragon's dead. So Beastmaster, he's not the happiest right now.
And Thompson, good God, if that had been the wrong place, wrong time, and actually opens up an opportunity to go in. Hook's going to come out into the Dismember, so Pangolier can't even initiate here. Instead, it's going to be popped and dropped, and Frank, Primal Roar, it's a leave me alone scream. But Zephyr's chasing, BKB still activated, he'll stick on top of Frank. And just as T1 were probably willing to leave the base alone, now they're going to be invigorated to go in again.
Yeah, and Leshrac now shows up. Again, Thompson wasn't here for the very beginning, but with him showing back up, they lose the Primal Beast, but maybe Leshrac regretting this. He's got the Aegis. It's likely going to be burned. There we go. So eventually goes down, but of course resurrecting with that full life, full mana. Will not be in the world. T1 pushing back in. Buyback for the Witch Doctor, the Son of Medusa. There's that Stone Gaze, and the immediate retreat for T1, but I don't think it's going to be a full retreat.
Right, so you Roll and Thunder goes on cooldown, 70 seconds. Gaze goes on to cooldown. Like, all these cooldowns are longer than what T1 has. However, T1 didn't look to pounce, and now as a result, these are all coming off cooldown for Infamous. They're ready to fight here. Roll and Thunder in, stun control looks good. The follow-up as well on the Thompson means he cannot move, but Ana's there to save the day with the hook back. BKB comes out, and now they're going to have to stand and fight, because there is no way Infamous is letting them away from here.
Yeah, as soon as those BKBs come off, though, you see the turn starting to happen. Tier 1 beating down Medusa. She has to have it hold her ground the best she can with the mana shield up, but eventually wears out. No mana, no life means a dead Medusa when it's all said and done. You see Cuckoo managing to live. He's low on life, but he's got the K stacks to steal. Oh, it's actually going to be taken by Leo Style with the Aegis, but he is going to die, and now he's going to resurrect and blink on out. So while all of that fight was taking place, Roshan getting low in the meantime. Coming out as well, so Outpost more so going to be taken over by T1. So talk about more of that map control, but well, Infamous to get around this, they're going to all smoke up and try to find that engagement. Here's the opening on Ana. Primal Roar to start the wave, but immediately the Cryptic Card comes out of response to the back of the Rolling Thunder. Thompson Chaos in the back lines. You see the Shield Cross constantly coming down. The run with buyback as she was already died early on. That's Undying though, beating down with the Tombstone on top of Frank. Eventually the Tombstone is killed off though. Frank's still alive with the Bloodstone activation from Thompson. He's just running like a madman. He's got the Lotus Orb effect as well to assist. And Beastmaster dying throughout, but that's, I guess, one of the 2 deaths, but we're not done just yet, though.
He's in trouble. He can't get away from this anymore. Thompson's going to try to stand his ground. They need some assistance, though. No more stuns means that Parker will be able to get out. But you can see the power of Leshrac. If they do not burst him straight away, he can still come out ahead. And
you also, as we were looking at the fight recap there, I noticed that the most damage in that fight was actually done by the Medusa. And so we cannot overlook that fact. She did over 8,000 damage in that fight. Now, speaking of Medusa, that's not good.
And when she has Stone Gaze is on cooldown for 10 seconds. 10 seconds too long. That Medusa is going to die. They can't save her, because even if they can stun him up, Leshrac is still in the area. And Parker is going to be gone, dead for 80 seconds. Please tell me he has buyback. He does not. And if they realize that, they can take full control here.
Boy, this could be extra bad KP. Leo Style, he's in trouble now too. He tried to save the Medusa to start this all off, having to get away. He's doing his best, and he has the ability to do so. Another blink in 1 more second, and is going to be fine. Moonlight Shadow's even committed.
Be another Roche going the way of T1, and you would not have thought that all 3 Roches would be going into the pocket of the team that has Leshrac, Pudge, Undying as their cause.
I like how Pudge literally picks up everything, by the way.
Mine.
So he's like, it's all mine. Nom, nom, nom. Oh, this is an initiation right after the fact. Beastmaster going to be done with the Pulverize, but immediately responds. Able to get the Primal Roar off. The Tombstone's down, though, and Beastmaster unable to be saved when it's all said and done. And Thompson, once again, continues to charge in the back line. Some Crystal Maiden is picked off. Leo Style. He's lost that Rolling Thunder, though, but he is annoying.
Like, drag them away from the base and waste their time. They need to get in, but Neostar confidently waiting around, trying to clear the creeps. Does maximize the time wasted by T1. Need every bit of time they can get because the Shraks are in the base. BKB gets activated. Voodoo going off. A lot of damage coming out from the Witch Doctor, but not enough. A lot being returned his way. Stone Gaze is going to be used very early by Parker. Hook back doesn't work out courtesy of the Mansa. But now you have nothing to defend your base with.
Help keep him alive there, but that's going to be another Rax kill. So, but yeah, point being, he does eat the cheese, so Pudge is now back to full life, full mana, or at least was for a second there.
That's a fair point, Breaky, but hear me out. T1 have a 42k net worth Leshrac.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. Like it's like, I've done better in my pub game. You know, it's not that impressive. Oh god. I think anyone can do better than this Witch Doctor's KDA at this point, though. 18 deaths now on the board. Hook back. Doesn't quite work out the way intended. Roll through from Leo style. Follow-up looking good with the Primal Roar. Cuckoo staying alive at the moment. Gets forced up even deeper. And Parker forced to activate everything and stand his ground. But Pudge will give over his life. It's only the Aegis, however. And the bigger issue remains. Thompson stands his ground, but goes deep. Maybe a little bit too deep here. Yeah. Bloodstone is good, but I don't think it's that good. Or is it?
Yeah. That was a risky time for Thompson, but as I say, risky, maybe not so risky. They're going to get the kill onto Medusa. Oh, maybe not. Actually gets forced tapped away. You see Pudge taking the stun as well. Finally going to be wearing up in there, but the pulverizer slam dunk onto Medusa. She is forced to buy back onto though. Popping the refresher, running back in with another dismember, but he's going to have to BKB and run himself, getting on out of there. So there's a couple of times there where I was looking at T1 and being like, did they actually overcommit here?
Oh yeah, Refresher's left to buy, of course, because double BKB, also double Wub-Dub Split Earth in the base, like we saw last time, does sound good.
Double Pulse Nova's a maintenance.
Double Edict though is pretty good. BKB, like, you're just gonna take the base. Great, let me just refresh and ignore your existence. Bye. Oh my God.
Over here, they're not ignoring existence. The Crystal Maiden. They're going to take care of the freezing field being used, but she goes down, so does the support on the other side. Once again, a Witch Doctor. However, Beastmaster left in no man's land and picked off. He's dead for 85. Has buyback on the Beastmaster, though. They're going to come into play here, but touched by that Tombstone, not so much. Although the Rip Heal is going to help keep it alive a little bit longer. KP.
The base, though.
This is the last stand for Infamous.
Yeah, and it feels like they're already on their knees. Then it's going to be mega creeps. And man, gotta give it over to Anna there. This is such an infuriating draft to play against. He's got the Ag Shard. So he grabbed his Leshrac when he's been initiated on, saved Thompson, regen him up to full. And as a result, it feels almost impossible to kill off Thompson. There it is again. Anna's in, saves the day. Saving Private Thompson here. And even if he comes out now, he's going to be regurgitated in full health and happy.
Oh, they're trying to run it this time, but no, he just pops on out like a special surprise and jumps right in. Looking to take out at least a Beastmaster chasing after the Medusa as well. Once again, Witch Doctor, he got hooked, he's dead, so a bit of distraction there, but we have mega creeps still spawn, so it does feel like Infamous just delaying what seems to be the inevitable, and there's that once again from Pudge.
And each of them could be doing Ags, but they're close to just having the full blue. And it's crazy to think, once again.
That's a Divine Rapier, by the way, on Medusa. I mean, that's another thing you would expect in this case. Yeah, so
the same issue remains, like, if you get stunned, you're not using it, though, right? Like, Primal Roar can save you from one, but there's Dismembers, and then there's also Pulverize. So they need something else, like the refresher on maybe your Beast or a stun. Initiation coming in.
Don't need this to happen.
Start, push it away, can't get out, has to buy back straight away. Now the dive in towards the Medusa. She's holding on that Stone Gaze, but forced to use the BKB and is currently disarmed. Now she can't go in.
Yeah, she was struggling for the very beginning of that. Buyback, by the way, Crystal Maiden going to be coming back in. Buybacks on both sides, especially on the Radiant, but they're just pushing into the Fountain Medusa. With the Divine Rapier, though, standing here, grounding the Fountain. Rampage on Thompson. Just why not? He's getting low, though. Nice Manta. It's going to be enough for the kill. The red numbers come out, but immediately Leshrac buys back and teleports right back in. It's like, all right, we had my fun. I got my Rampage. Let's actually finish the game now. Fortification, but GG's already called. So it is actually official, KP. T1 will take game one.
T1 looking tier 1 in this game. This was well drafted and well executed. Not necessarily the easiest of drafts to execute, but their approach, I loved it, right? Like we highlight the fact that Infamous looked like they were playing for this kind of run and gun at you style of Dota. They were willing to fight early on. And
it's going to, initiation as usual when you have an Enigma in the game is going to be key from either side here.
Whoops. Smoke just got broke. Monkey King, what are you doing here? Mistakes have been made. And he hooks the wrong one. Thompson gets left in. They'll at least look for the trade out. But first blood will go the way of Infamous. That was not the plan from T1. So they've played it POS 2, POS 4, POS 3 so far. Wouldn't be surprised if we see POS 5. I would have a heart attack if we saw POS 1.
Don't count it out. Definitely don't count it.
I'm not. It's still possible. Hook bot lane though. Anna, ambitious. Well, it doesn't work out the best of ways for him in the end, as actually Anna goes down first. Frank does get the kill. Yeah, and meanwhile in the mid, things aren't too bad for Thompson. Like, he approached this lane the right way. He went for the Uv. He has 2 points in Jingu. Leo can't really get that pressure you usually see against a melee laner. It's just the way this lane works is, in theory, it should be SF favored. But if you get close, there's nothing you can do. Bot lane, though. Roll through.
Silencer goes down first. Pudge as well. And that was just another case of a clash coming out, but they killed the Silencer quickly enough that he wasn't able to do enough return damage.
Just offset it. Get yourself some mangoes down the line if you need to. To be honest, he doesn't really need to spam that much. It feels like every time he's using abilities on this task, it's leading to a kill. Mid lane, speaking of kills.
Now Requiem is going to be lifted up though, tossed in. Now the Requiem going up. No, the last word comes out, so he can't get the damn cast up, but we got a black hole. And that ain't being stopped for the time being. 1 down, 2 down. Silencer and Monkey King both will fall. So the Requiem being stopped over and over again.
Oh, the top.
Well,
Cuckoo makes the best of a bad situation. He's like, well, we're outnumbered on the mid lane. It looks like you left the Sven alone farming top.
By the way, it is worth pointing out that Silencer, I know you talk about the insta-steal, he actually doesn't have the Glaive of Wisdom yet, though, which would allow for that to even take place. So, and again, being a support, it's understandable. But as the game picks up, that of course is going to become more of a factor. He's going to be involved here as the hook in onto Enigma. There is TP support. Enigma getting low. The auto attacks and the tower assisting for that kill. However, Honor goes down though. Affliction with the toss to finish the job there. Michael, he's dead. Boundless Strike will take him out. So a 2 for 1, but that's another kill on Ana. We haven't done much mention of Sven this game, but he does have his Mask of Madness, by the way. He might be in trouble. Look at the smoke play from T1 into the Ancients. They're picking him out. They know he's here. Do they have the jump? They're going in. Thompson, Boundless Strike. The onslaught. TP support coming in, though, but the Global Silence used as well, slamming him into the ground. Down goes Sven. He's out for 30, and now this response. It's here. Is it enough, though? Whitemon feeling the pain thanks to the tusk, so he eventually goes down the black hole. Locked out with the Requiem, and Monkey King is going to fall as a result. So they lose their Sven, but there's a funny, but there's a steal from Zephyr. His own black hole is going to be counted, though. The yields up immediately. He's in the air, coming back down, putting the nuke out, but it's just too much damage to handle. And down falls the Rubik. So a 3 for 1, Infamous. Pleased with that outcome. We're going to tower push. I mean, there's only the 1 tower kill on the side of T1, so there hasn't been a lot of overall push presence here in this game. More interested in fighting. If there's a tree's destroyed, though, Monkey King's in trouble.
He's gone. Yep, trees get cut down. Frank sensed there's something wrong here. Nice pick. And
for a duration now, he's just been doing his thing. We are seeing the smoke, though.
Yep, smoke they will. They're moving in to the dire jungle here. Affliction will break that smoke, and easy to sidestep a hook that's completely in the wrong location. However, won't get him out. So at least find a kill with the smoke. But the key thing to keep in mind here is the window of opportunity is still open for a long time. Infamous aren't building BKBs anytime soon, so you can just keep extracting kills across the map, both this Pudge and this Primal Beast, and that's what we're looking to do right now. Leo style stuck in the river and in trouble, but maybe Breaky, maybe we'll still be able to get away courtesy of Michael.
Michael, he's the one in trouble now, though, so yep, saving his teammate, but don't think he's getting away from this one. Just going to make it take as long as possible. And eventually the damage is done. So now he immediately goes into the Dire Ancients for somebody else. But Shadow Fiend, he's already well away. And Enigma's porting in next to him, but they're not done chasing apparently. They're going in. Shadow Fiend going to be jumped the hook to secure the kill. When it's all said and done, Thompson, though, that Spirit Vessel's up, but I'm going to take the Stormhammer to the face. The black hole on Cuckoo, but there's the Global Silence. We see to immediately counter it.
In trouble. Dismember's going to come out. Slows as well, so they can't easily retreat. Pulverize will keep them on the spot as well. Now, luckily for them, Ana is not willing to throw out the hook just yet, courtesy of Parker being in the neighborhood. But Parker's here. He's not farming, so he needs to find some kills. In on Ana. Slow's going to come out to keep them away, and maybe he can make his escape, but too low on the HP. Spirit Vessel ensures he can get out, and Infamous in the end turn it around.
A BKB on this Sven, who also has some nice damage assistant items. Now they're going to start pushing as a team when he has it, at least, and it's going to feel difficult to stop. But He doesn't have it yet, and they're trying to find him.
Sven in trouble. Lift's going to come out. Stun returned to its owner. Pulverize locks him in, and Parker is going to be going down. And I mean, this is what I was fearful of, Breaky. You know, we talked about that black hole, how great it was, great turnaround for Infamous. Now it's on cooldown. The gluttony of a POS 1. Just let me hit a creep. Maybe 1 or 2 creeps. Sure, but we get to hit you as well. Michael.
Oh, Tusk.
Going in. Whether he likes sort of lumps it. Gonna turn around on him though. Gold Strength comes out. Parker willing to fight. Blinks in straight away with the Storm Black Hole used against them. Pulverize as well. They can't even back off. It's gonna turn against them here. Both going down. Cuckoo not done yet though. Looks for an extra on the side. SF dead and Infamous in shambles.
That is the worst feeling ever if you're Enigma. It really is. Knowing that you not only died, but you gave up your black hole to the Rubik, and it's what sets up the next massive fight for T1. So that's got to sting if you're Frank especially, but
yeah, you're right. It's one of those cases, like I said, where it has to be an insurance policy. But the problem right now is Infamous being forced to commit the black hole to even stand a chance of taking fights. At least this will be a freebie. You don't have to press that button and risk a Rubik being in the neighborhood. T1 chills, and they let you just farm for a minute or two, and you can go for a God Strength Roche play and then follow up. But you can see T1 don't play that way. These guys have no chill. They are incredibly aggressive, and they're keeping that up here in game number 2. Stuns come out. The initiation looking like it's going to backfire for Infamous as Affliction and a bit too deep. And the counterattack on the side, but the black hole there to counter it out. T1 turn about. The silence and opener was good enough to secure them around the pit.
Yeah, Silencer did not have a buy. That's the first thing I looked for. Did he have a buyback? He did not.
Right, you just have the boosted trap. You can come in on the creeps and instantly be at the next objective. So they do secure a big one here. So you give it to the hero. It's a double damage. Wow.
Tower is under attack.
Like it.
God. I'm pretty sure anyone dies to this Sven if he stuns them now, actually. They need to get out. Anna's waiting around. They catch 2. Parker goes in. Straight away takes out the Sansa. Anna will try to run away. Gets the blink off, but Leo style catches him with the Yules. A Boogaloo to party and celebrate an easy 2-tapper there.
Minute remaining on the Aegis. Want that next fight to take place, but it's not going to be a free one. Michael's going hunting, though. He's in the front lines with that smoke. The opportunity is near. There's the jump. Not the greatest target in the world. It's Pudge. He's going to pop his BKB and return with the Dismember. Arcane's Curse. Tusk likely dead. Maybe not for the time being. Dobson, Wukong's off to the side. Leo Style did not realize he was nearby. Now he's going to pop his BKB and try to run. They lose a Tusk. And Leo Style survives some way, somehow. The Yule's on up. There's another fight taking place to the south here. If I go and the blink away from Leo Style manages to get away. Pudge now in trouble. And Pudge likes it. A Bolton Spirit Vessel back there for Cuckoo. No, Pudge survives KP.
Yup, and now Sven's being stunned up. They have got enough to protect him right now. Thompson's trying to turn upon him, but needs to be careful. Can't get the dodge out. Too much damage out of Parker, and he might even find more out of this. Cuckoo trying to make his great escape, but it seems he's a little bit too slow. A fight that looked like in the second half it could go the way of T1, but they did not have enough lockdown, for this Sven.
Swift blink, by the way, just picked up by Sven. He is running like crazy. He's on turbo mode now. Especially once he activates that, I guess up to like 455 plus. So smoke play though. Oh, they got scanned out. This is going to be interesting, the engagement. They do. Monkey King looking for his chance.
Goop not able to connect. He wants an easy opener. Maybe they can find it. The stun comes out. Leo Style late to activate the BKB, but don't worry, Cuckoo's still got something for you now that is activated. Backside, however, they've lost the Sansa, and this is where you don't want to fight. T1, Black Hole can come out against them, but no! Buyback instantly cancels out Frank's relevance here. Cuckoo and Thompson will chase him down, and all of a sudden, Infamous need to retreat.
Well, hey, Shadowfiend also gets picked up. Speaking of retreating, Tiny attempted to do so as well. He's just dead, though. You look at the south, though. You got Sven running back in. He's got God Strength still ready to go. He's looking to find Cuckoo. Not going to happen. Onslaught away with the TP, and that'll be the end of that. So you look at this net worth. He is starting to really accelerate if it wasn't already. I mean, he's level 25 too, so that 50% God Strength damage has now been activated. And he's going to look to use it soon, but Thompson immediately moves across, throws out with about this strike. The 800 cut off the bat. Parker, though, pops the BKB. Nullfire is activated, though. Parker needs to get out of here. He's still very low. He's got support nearby. Thompson chasing, but the Yule's on up. Sven is getting low and finally dead. 100 seconds he's out for. No buyback KP. Infamous in trouble.
Oh my God, Cuckoo just zoning the entire team away on his own. They get the big kill. Like I said, no buyback. He's gone for 90 seconds. even the rest of the team in Infamous can't turn around on that. Like, this hero, I already mentioned him from his strength gains alone, and his itemization is obnoxious.
Monkeying in the trees, happened to just clash on down. Follow-up came. He died. So that is the key in this game right now.
This game does get very hard if you wait too long, though, because Whitemon is slowly making his way towards a refresher. And that's why you're seeing Infamous make this move. Global got used. They're free to go, but only for 30 seconds. They need to make it count. Jump in, BKB activated by Kuku. He turns around against him. Tiny chose the wrong target to open up with. And all of a sudden, that window has closed.
Jumped in and became an immediate ragdoll. Meanwhile, Sven with the God Strength, he's hunting for somebody. He wants the sign to look at. He's just going beeline for the sport. The black hole. Gonna be activated by Frank and Finch. Gonna be stopped, but the damage is done by Infamous. Pops in. He's gonna melt down. The Aegis brings it back up. A Leo style. No Requiem was used earlier, but Sven is still here. He's got a Storm Hammer. Gonna be sad for the time being, but it doesn't matter. Monkey King is out for 90. Has a flyback, but they chase on a Cuckoo. And Infamous gonna annihilate this fight. Silencer, believe it or not, will be the only one to live. That looks good for Infamous. But either way, they are still gonna be pushing very aggressively. Another God Strength even gonna be activated by Sven. That kind of just shows you how much of a priority they're making this. They want at least the second set of racks. Buyback from the team though. And they are gonna try to hold the best they can. Yule's on up, and Leo Style immediately starts running away with his own BKB. So they got the bottom, they got the mid.
Especially when you consider Silencer still doesn't have his refresher yet. In fact, you want to play a little mini game? It's called Find the Silencer.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I think this is the furthest out of his game, of his base he's been in the last several minutes.
And then that's been the game being played by Infamous pretty much all throughout, and not going to change now. But yeah, Whitemon, that refresher himself is not going to be happening anytime soon. There's Black Hole, there's the first one canceled, there's the refresher though. It's like we saw this coming. The Requiem on top of Silencer kills him. He did his job though, but there's the second Black Hole. The BKB's not going to matter. And Infamous looking to close out here in game number 2.
That's it. There's no way to come back. Zephyr, he was waiting for an opportunity to turn around with the Black Hole, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. He's going to be dropped. Cuckoo left alone on his lonesome. Buyback from Silencer is completely irrelevant here. And Infamous just completely stomped T1's hopes of taking this game.
There's a Mega Creeps officially spawning, so how about it? This is going to end up being a split series, and you know, again, Infamous, all the credit to them. They played this one very well, and I don't know if this is necessarily a drafting issue, but it does seem like T1, they invested a lot into countering this Enigma, not only with the Silencer, but across the board, things like the Rubik pickup especially, but
there it is.
Clearly that didn't matter.
Nah, GG gets called. I mean, T1, I think you're right. They have this different style about them. They're committed to the idea of fast 5-man Dota, but Infamous proved there's a way to dip your toe in the greed still and come out golden.